Hey gorgeous people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Larabelle and I'm so delighted that you're part of us today. If you've not done so today, please do not leave here without subscribing because we do talk about a lot of fun stuff here on this channel. So today I'm going to be talking about building character in 2026. One of your biggest assets in life, aside your beauty, aside all your accomplishment, but one thing that stands you out is character. Character takes you where money cannot take you. I'm going to be sharing 4 ways you can start to build character in 2026, because it's one thing to point fingers at other people, but are you pointing those fingers back to yourself? Because sometimes we need more correcting than the other person. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, I actually heard this thing from Banky W. That statement was so profound that I interpreted it even deeper than he did. He says something that God wants us to build character more than he wants us to defend our reputation. Can I say that again? God wants us to build character more than he wants us to defend our reputation. A lot of us, find ourselves always defending ourselves. We're very quick to defend ourselves, but God actually wants us to build character. We're always very quick to say something like, this is who I am. And more than 5 people have told you that this thing about you, you're very easily angered. Instead of you to look inside yourself and tell yourself, am I really easily angered? Does this character chase people away from me? Is this the reason why I can't even keep a romantic relationship? Pay attention to those things, especially when more than one person has complained over time that this character is something that they do admire your person, but this thing I can't deal with it. It's something that you need to work on. I personally need to look inwardly because I know that for me, I'm such an overthinker and I think deep. I build scenarios in my head. Don't say, if you're an overthinker, I'm pretty sure you get this gist, right? I'm very analytical in my thought. So I'm I'm a deep thinker. And that could be a very dangerous nuance if you don't know how to manage it. You might lose people. You might be the sweetest person, but if you constantly build scenarios in your head, people that are not fighting you already build a scenario. Oh, why did she look at me that way? She must have done this. Okay, there's a reason why she decided to look at me that way. You start building scenarios that are not there. And instead of you talking to that person, you start actualizing those scenarios that you built. If you're an overthinker like me, let me know in the comment section. And you start, practicalizing that. And before you know it, you start acting funny around that person without clarity. What I have learned to do now is to get clarity. If something does not seem right to me, instead of me zooming into my overthinking character, I go and ask for clarity. I don't like the way you looked at me. Is there a problem? Is there something I need to know? I think with clarity, you understand where that person is coming from instead of building scenarios in your head. I don't just go by and build enemies in my head that were not meant to be enemies, honestly. So it is so important that you pay attention to your nuances. You're a very disrespectful person. You don't know how to talk. You just open your mouth and buzzer. You insult people. You are rude to people. And everybody in your circle, you have lost friendships because of that. Start building character. And if you're lucky enough to have people in your life that will not just block you off, but will sit you down and say, hey, Funke, you're such a nice person, but you see this, your over loose mouth, the way that you talk, you don't reason before you say things. Watch it, because this could land you in problem. This could make you lose friendships. How can I become a better person so I can talk better? And one of the biggest building character institutions is marriage. Some people are out of marriage because they refuse to build character. Trust me. Not because the marriage was the worst thing ever. Marriage will teach you patience. Marriage will teach you self-control. Marriage will teach you how to talk. Marriage, you think you have a good character before until you go into marriage. Some people are not able to keep relationship because they are running away from building character. And marriage will build you. If you're ready to stay in relationship and have a healthy relationship, you must change your bad behavior. You must learn how to talk. You must know when to talk. You must that your anger issue, you must learn how to control it. You must learn emotional maturity. if you need to. A lot of people talk about how difficult marriage is. Oh, I get out, I'm done, I can't, I cannot do this anymore. Not necessarily because marriage is actually hard. It's because they are not ready to build character, period. If more than one person is telling you, there's an atom of truth. So work on it and see how your life will evolve in a way that you would not believe it yourself. So build character instead of trying to defend your reputation. Relationships are your biggest asset. Imagine having money and don't have anybody to spend it with. Imagine having money and don't have anybody to enjoy it with. I understand that some people are okay being their own friends because I enjoy my own company, but I also enjoy the ability to have friendships, to have a spouse and everything, because life wasn't meant for me to do life alone. God did not bring me to this world to do life alone. So maintain your healthy relationship. Don't be too quick to block people. I know of people that you must have blocked in your life and you regret it, but it's so hard for you to go back now and unblock them. Can you imagine that kind of life? So be careful. Cherish your valuable friends. Honor them. Don't take them for granted. Because there'll be times when you have accomplished all the things that you need to accomplish. Now you're lonely. Your bad character have chased a lot of people. It goes back to building character. Your behavior have chased a lot of people. What is money without having people to enjoy with? So I remember a guy that I watched. He's 70, and he said one of the things that he wished that he did earlier in life is to maintain his valuable relationship, because he became sick and did not have anybody come to see him. And that's not the kind of life you want. There's something beautiful about being sick and you're surrounded by people. That's when you actually know that money itself is not all that you need. Kindness is so underrated. At this stage of my life, I have few circle and I hold them tightly. I guide them because I understand now that relationships are currency. Please don't waste your relationships. If you have good relationships, keep them. There are friends now that are more than family to me, and I don't take them for granted. I don't mean talking every day, but I mean quality friends. I mean friends that I can call on and I know this person gets my back. You have to have. Don't take them for granted. Don't let your pride. And some of you have, because you're in a solid romantic relationship now, you lose all your friends. I don't care about anybody else but me and my. Trust me, you need other people in your life, because your person is not the only one that makes you happy in life, and that's the honest truth. That person should be your best friend, but you also need other ingredients outside that person in your life. So it's so important that we pay attention to these nuances, to these things. Don't be too quick to block people. Some of us are lonely in life today, not because we don't have everything it takes to build relationships. Now we are finding it very difficult to have relationship, because now that you've made it, all the people coming to your life are probably coming to get from you. See, simple thing as how you doing goes a long way. Simple things like, I love you. I think we do take our friendships and people that God have assigned in our lives as soul sisters, soul brothers, for granted sometimes, that it is so hard for you to get those kind of people back. So hold on to your friendship, relationships, whatever it is, family, friends, and your loved ones. They are your biggest asset. Don't let what you hear on social media block. In this season of my life, I'm blocking. I don't have time for negativity. You're probably the negative one, so watch yourself. Don't project what you're already going through to someone else. You need to point back at yourself. I'm not really that good. Okay? It goes back to building character. So yeah, keep your valuable friends. Make sure that you're maintaining all those friendships, because it will take you a long way. Finally, have a growth mindset. I recently reunited with one of my old friends, and I can tell you it was a waste of time. I just knew this was not going to work. I mean, this person was still very childish. This person still wants me to behave like the way that I used to behave when he knew me. No, Claribel has evolved. Claribel have grown mentally. Claribel has gone past that stage. I am not the same Claribel. Not in a bad way, not in a prideful way, but in a humble way. The worst place to be is to be the same way you were 10 years ago. That is a curse. So this person would talk to me and say childish things, and I got so irritated, and I knew that was it for me. I can't. Mentally, I've outgrown this person. Would you say Kyra is a wicked person? No, I am not. It's just that at this level in my life, we are not at the same frequency and the same level. So you being in my life is like dragging me down. So if you are in a circle of friends that are growing and you refuse to grow, they are going to dump you. You know, I see these young girls and young boys, they have this circle of friends that are grounded. They are growing together, they're encouraging each other. Those are the kind of people that grow together. This could also apply in marriage. If your one spouse is growing and the other spouse is not growing, it's a problem, because when that other one that has grown begins to see you as you're not at my level, sometimes we think that it's a bad thing. But you're not making sense. You don't have an idea of what I'm talking about. You're not in the same capacity mentally. This is not gender specific. This could be a man, or that could also be a woman. What makes a beautiful marriage is that both of you are growing. As the man is getting one of his degree, you're making sure you're growing, because both of you might not be at the same capacity when the kids are growing, because one person has to slow down to raise the children. But even whilst you're training children, be building skills, there's social media, there's online things that you can do now to grow yourself. Don't use children as an excuse, okay? Have you seen the video on TikTok where this woman talked about where she talks about having kids, and all she did was to be a stay-home mom, and years later the husband told her that I'm getting a divorce, and she doesn't know where to start from. She's in her 50s, she has no career experience, she has zero capacity to do anything. Let me tell you, nobody should put themselves in that situation. People evolve, okay? So in friendship, grow with your friends. Don't watch your friends grow and you're just there and you wonder why they just discard you. You might think that they are prideful. No, it's just that at this level you guys don't align anymore. At this level you're like dragging them down, and that's why you see men divorce their wives of so many years, because while they were growing, they had not taken time to also grow their wives. I'm saying a man that is trying to grow you while they're growing themselves. I'm not talking about lazy people that are just looking for someone to grow while they're not growing themselves. No. But if a man is growing, you see him putting in the work and he also wants you to grow, that's a blessing. Please, while your friends are growing, ensure that you're growing as well. So it's also very good to understand that people grow apart, not because of choice, but because things are the way it is. When your partner is growing and you don't grow, before you know, resentment, irritation, the man start looking at you like when he goes to the office, he's seeing women talking capacity, they are discussing about numbers and data, and you have nothing, absolutely nothing to contribute. That's the worst thing. What makes a beautiful relationship is when both of you are bragging about each other. Oh, my wife, she's this. Oh, my husband, he's that. Oh yeah, my wife is trying to get into law school. My husband is trying to get into this. It's just beautiful to watch the growth and the evolution. It's just such a beautiful thing. Ensure that you have a growth mindset. Don't be angry and don't start gossiping. She's not acting big. She's not acting modern. She doesn't follow us again. Sorry, they've moved past you. Not in a prideful way. They love you. They still want to be part of you. But you guys are not on the same frequency. The way you talk is like dragging them 20 years backwards, and they want to move forward. So what really makes you part of them and grow with them is your ability to grow. And friends, you guys need to encourage each other. If you have one friend in your circle of friends, at least do your best by talking to the person. What are you doing? How can I help you? Well, big babe, we need to grow. Babes, guy, we need to grow. And that's why I love friends that can hold themselves accountable. Don't go gossiping about your friend behind and say, that one, you don't want to do anything. What have you done to lend help in a way that you can help them and see them grow? It's so important, especially when they are teachable. And that's why I don't like talking to people that are unteachable, whether family, friends. If I talk to you more than once and I see that you're not teachable, you're quick to defend your stupid reputation, I'm out. I don't have time for that. I'm open-minded. I love to learn. Even at my job, I'm open to correction. What do you need me to do? It's so important. Humble yourself. Be open to learn. Be open to grow. Have a growth mindset so you don't get angry and frustrated when you see your friends doing well and they are not carrying you along. I'm sorry. It's because they have moved past you. What were you doing watching them grow? Why couldn't you grow as well? So let's do this. Let's have an open mind and a growth mindset. And on that note, I've come to the end of my video today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you do have any comments, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you. If there are any video ideas that you would like me to talk about, please also share in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next one. Like I always do in all of my videos, you are loved, you are kind, you are special, you are beautiful. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now. Bye.